anybody have any questions about that? Anybody have any troubles? Like, again, it's like pinching those elbows in, keeping them in front of you. And really, when you actually break it down, if you've ever done any sort of like really basic self-defense, it's the same thing you learned day one boxing class. Just guard, like this guard position, these two elbows, sort of trying to meet sort of the center line. It's just you kind of pause from going all the way to the center line and stay out in this straight line. But it's the same guard concept of creating structure. In the same sense as, say we stand up now, is usually an open hand like this, is if I put this guard in the way, right, go ahead and put your power on that, it's like he hits structure. See what I mean? He's hitting structure. He's not hitting, like what's not happening is like out here, go ahead and put that some punches, like my elbows start moving, right? My hands collapse. I want structure so when he hits, you can see that guys? From here, it's structure. So it's the same concept. He's in the mount. I want him to hit structure. If he tries to scoot up to high mount, I want him to hit structure. If you have to work to hold this, your elbows are probably too low, your hands are probably crossed too much to the center line. It's like, this is the thing to work on right here. So it's almost like just put your thumbs on your shoulders, this guy right here, elbows here, they should be framing. Kind of like right, trying to get a good indicator, but really it's like the point where your belly ends, if your ribs end and their legs begin. See what I'm saying? That's kind of the line that you aim for. Now, this opens up a couple of very interesting questions, which is, well, what if he reaches him a collar? Son of a bitch, right? Okay, what if he just like reaches to push my hand out of it? Damn it. He might even go 2-on-1, squat, like pin my wrist to the floor, right? Damn it, right? Here's the thing, guys, okay? Have you ever heard the expression that there's no such thing as a big enough mousetrap, right? Or you can't make a big enough mousetrap, right? If I commit everything, and this is what happens to people, let me get you out of here for just a second, because I'm going to go on a tirade, all right? If I commit all of my structure to blocking those attacks, if I structurally commit to defending those things from never happening, right? So actually, Mark, can I grab you for 5 seconds? Let me check here. If I commit myself structurally to defending those attacks, so my approach to defending the collar choke, the push the Americana, etc., moving my arms out of the way, structurally, I have one on top. Okay. You know, it's not wrong that if I double up here, right? Let's say before we even get to high mount, let's just say like you're just going to reach in for a cross choke, and I'm going to block it structurally. Mark, transition to the thing that you would do to this, right? Damn it, no, right? Because this, if I can get you off me for 5 seconds, does this look like a good position to you? No, obviously not. Furthermore, if we go back, Mark's going to try to 2-on-1 pin my hand wrist before the Americana. I'm like, yeah, he's not going to do it. Do whatever you logically would do. Damn it. If I get you off me again. Does this look like a good position to you? Like if I said, all right, guys, in a vacuum, you're fighting a human being. They're trying to violence you. This. You see what, like, does this look like this would work? If I was standing up with somebody, we're boxing, okay, let's do this. Does this look like this makes sense? No, but this is pretty solid, right? Right? This is pretty solid. It's all straight lines. So, I think I'm gonna get you to cut that out. I'll blur your face out on the tape. Yeah. He's in the mouth. Okay? Actually, you know what? Let me chop me one more time on me. One more point. Alright. Do me a favor, Alex. Sit right here. Hold your hand out like this. Hold it really solid. Alright? Don't let me move. Alright, give me a resistance. It's kind of hard. Alright. Do me a favor. Bring your elbow back. Reach that hand out. Reach it out. Don't let me move it, man. Right? An object in motion is easier to move than an object that is still. Yes? Right? Metaphor I always like to use is if I'm trying to turn my car off of the road, my car breaks down, do I just grab the steering wheel and just go like, all right, let's just push this thing over? No, you got to push it, get it moving, and then you turn the wheel, right? We're in the mouth. I'm here. Reach for a collar grip. Right? If he just keeps reaching for collar chokes, like on a long enough timeline, keep reaching for collar chokes. That's fine. Just get out of it, right? He has to compromise my position to make the collar choke work. He has to. That's what he has to do. If he doesn't compromise my position, then he's just reaching his hand in front of a person. I'm not a wizard. I have Alex down. Or am I a wizard? I have a hat this way. You're here, and I don't compromise this, just like swap my hands away. Right? Right? Trying to get this, don't let me get it. Like, just don't let me have it. And then, just at a moment, it's like reaching for the back, right? Like you reaching for the show. Now I have my hands closed. When we get into the more escape-based concepts, we'll talk about how important getting their hands to post, getting their weight to distribute. But the point is, as I said in the beginning of the class, we have to delineate between what is something we must actively protect and what is something that we can structurally protect, right? I can structurally stop the high mount and the S mount. If I don't do stupid things, I can keep my elbows pinned pretty good, I can keep that alignment pretty good, right? This is pretty universal stuff, okay? At the same time, if I try to put structure behind defending the cross choke, behind defending the pin of the Americana, and so on, I'm going to compromise my positioning so much that I'm just going to open up the other things that I had the structure to defend in the first place, right? Think of it like this. For those of you that have been here for a reasonably length of time, what's the first transition you learned from the cross choke in the mount? It's the first thing they teach you. Cross choke to the arm bar, right? Arm bar to the cross choke, i.e. I go for the collar, they bring the hands up to defend, so I go to the arm bar. I go to the arm bar, they bring the elbows down, so I go to the cross choke. If this is the thing that they teach you on like the first day that you would do arm bars in mount attacks, don't you think that there's a reason why that works? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's just the element of surprise. Structurally speaking, if I commit structure to defending the cross choke, I'm going to expose the arm bar. That is what happens when you do that. So, switch, go back to the mount. So what I want you guys to focus on and play around with, and we'll go a little slow-mo this time, is if he's trying to reach in my collar, I'm just swatting it out of the way. Then come right back. Okay? If he goes double up trying to pin the Americana, it's like, just get it out of position. People get so fixated, like this is where you get a lot of people to go, all right, dude, go for the Americana. All right, coach, what do I do from here? Oh, damn, dude. Man, a little late, right? Not saying there aren't answers from that, but I'll tell you what works better is like, go for it, please. Right? Just back here, like swat it away and come back. If he manages to get 2-on-1, go ahead. Take one arm out. It's like people focus on, they think too like linearly. They go like, oh, well, if he's gonna go 2-on-1, go 2-on-1, then I should go 2-on-1. Well, if I just make it 1-on-1, like Americana, please. You see what I'm saying? Like, if he only has one hand in the fight, he can't Americana. Like, that's big. I mean, if he's really good, he can figure out a way. But I'm just saying, like, generally speaking. So one more time, just to kind of illustrate these ideas. You can see any of this is all pretty simple stuff, right? So I'm here. So he's reaching for collars, reach slow, go real slow, and I'm just swatting the hand away and coming back. Swat and come back. Come back. Come back. Another thing I will note, this is where a little bit of structure comes into play. And this is really, honestly, anytime you're in a situation where someone can get your collars, this is a good idea, is I'm going to do the Bernie Sanders, bring the shoulders up, like, oh, free health kit, you know, like, here. So if he's like reaching into my collars, it's like he would kind of have that obstruction in the way in the first place. Like, I'm not just like sitting here like, whatever, we'll see how that goes. Like the Bernie Sanders, free health kit, you know, oh, everything's messed up. Like, I'm here, he reaches in for collars, I parry. He goes 2-on-1 on the wrist. Push one arm off, just take one arm away. If he even gets it to the floor, hiya, high block, go back. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? We're actively fighting. So one way to think of it is, if the thing that they're going to do to beat you is like pin you and then grind something out of position, structure is probably the answer. If the way they're going to get it is a quick movement, parry, right? that make sense, guys? Excellent. Let's start out working out. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Charlie.